Hey everybody, welcome back to the Working Man's Whiskey. I'm Bobby. It's been a couple weeks. Had a nice little vacation, little getaway with the family. Um, Back at work now, but the hours seem to have calmed down. I'm more local than I was before, and getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning beats the heck out of getting up at 2 in the morning. So that always helps. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, it's been a couple weeks, so uh, hope life, hope work, family, everything's going well with you guys. Wanted to get back to it. Do a little review today. I told you guys before I left that I was gonna come back and do Jim Beam Bonded here. And Jim Beam Bonded, one of their newer products from Jim Beam, and Fred No decided, he'd been hearing from a lot of people, a lot of Beam fans that wanted to have a product that was closer to the kind of original recipe. Also, bartenders wanted something from Jim Beam, a little bit stronger, to mix. And this is, of course, bonded, 100 proof. We all know about bonded now. The last one I did was a bonded whiskey, Old Granddad. Anyway, bonded, what that means, in case you missed it, the whiskey has to be at least 4 years old, 100 proof. It has to be made by one distiller in one distilling season. So, and the Bottled and Bond Act came to be in 1897, and the government, kind of overlooks the process, and just kind of makes for a better product, guys. That's why they started it out, in 1897, was to kind of give you a more consistent, just high quality product. So anyway, that's what this is. Jim Beam, we know that Jake Beam started making, he was the kind of founder of Jim Beam. Jake Beam started about 1795 or so, started the Old Tub Distilling Company. Actually, it was the Old Jake Beam Distilling Company. And Old Tub was the original bourbon that they were making. So, 7 generations later, Fred No, the 6 or 7 times great grandson of Jake Beam, still doing his thing. This is a great product here, guys. Just want to make sure we got to this one. So let's open her up. Okay, and as I said, this is a 100 proof, of course, being a bonded whiskey, bonded bourbon. I'll read you a little bit about what it says on the bottle here. It says, the Jim Beam. This isn't just for bonded, but this is what Jim Beam says. Aged in the heart of Kentucky, Jim Beam bonded Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is made for those who take their whiskey seriously. And all the bottles say that. Just Jim Beam, along with Jack Daniels, along with a few others, just stood the test of time. Always made good stuff, and I really like Jim Beam products, guys. So, read you a little bit more. It says Jim Beam Bonded is a pre-prohibition style bourbon with a 100 proof flavor and a hint of oak spiciness, making it the perfect mixer in any classic American cocktail. The Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 declared a level playing field for bourbon distillers. One distiller, one distilling season, 4 years old, or 4 years of patience. Our bonded bourbon is a masterclass in skill and expertise, the ultimate taste of our trade. So, anyway, there's the bottle. You guys find this? It's I got this bottle for $20, $20.99 was what it was. So about $21, probably about 23 out the door, something like that. So pretty good price there, guys. Look at the color, and it's a good medium, kind of light to medium amber there. 4 years old, so not very old. It's that's the standard for Jim Beam products is 4 years, unless you're going Bakers or Bookers. They age those a bit more. So anyway, take a look at we took a look at the color. On the nose, guys, you get the corn sweetness. You get a lot of like caramel or toffee. Definitely some baking spices. You definitely get a lot of fruit on the nose too, guys. A lot of fruity notes there, and definitely that oak barrel. So smells really good, guys. Great nose to this one. Let's take a taste. Guys, right off the bat, you get all those notes that I just talked about. You get that corn sweetness. You get those fruity notes. The spice is pretty good, pretty big in this one. Pretty big in that barrel. Those are the main things I'm getting. All great notes, great tasting notes on the palate there. The best way I could describe this one, it's a Jim Beam product. It tastes like Jim Beam on steroids is what this is, which is a great thing. I love Jim Beam, but I love Jim Beam at 100 proof. This is very good. It seems like the products, once they start getting that proof up a bit, guys, it just I start liking them more and more. As I said, this is 100 proof. You've got Baker's at I think about 107 proof. You might have to go back and look at my review for that one, but I believe Baker's is 107. And then Booker's, you got Booker's at like 120 proof or something like that. I think it's 120 something proof. Anyway, this just big flavors, good nose, not a great nose, but a good nose. But just great taste, guys. This is as it says, great mixer, great for mixing. But I'll drink this straight all day. This is a great sip in bourbon, and the price is right. And if you can find this, I mean, it's not available everywhere yet, but if you can find this, I mean, for I'd say $30 and under, you're getting a great deal, guys. Yeah, just great. It's like Jim Beam. As I said, Jim Beam on steroids. You get those grainy notes, those hay notes, which I love. I mean, I love when you can taste the ingredients, just that grain, the malted barley and all that. The barrel's doing good things to this one, guys. And I've had Jim Beam single barrel, which is very good. But this one I think I like even better. My personal opinion. Maybe we'll do a Jim Beam single barrel at some point. But anyway, for a rating, this one, I mean, this is a great, very, very good bourbon, guys. At the price, I mean, $20.99 was an amazing deal for this one. I think I'd go even better than, say, a 90 out of 100. Let's go I give this one like a 90, 92, 93 out of 100, something like that, guys. So good solid A. Just a great product, and I recommend it, highly recommend it. So until next time, cheers, and remember to subscribe. Remember to maybe pass it on to your friends. Love drinking bourbon, talking to you guys about bourbon, and I look forward to talking to you guys next time. Cheers.